Hello everyone, it's Katie here and welcome to the 1,000 member, 10,000 member celebration. I am so excited to be chatting today and sharing this massive milestone. Now I am just getting this live stream started a little bit early because I'm a bit wary about some potential tech issues, particularly on Facebook's end. So if you're watching on YouTube, I apologize. I'm probably just going to pop over to Facebook quickly and check everything's working there okay. If you're watching the replay, jump ahead a bit because probably the next few minutes will be me just quickly setting things up. If you're joining us live, please do feel free to introduce yourself in the comments, say hi, celebrate what you love about our Facebook group, whatever you want, pop it in the chat. And it'd be great just to get a little bit of everyone chatting there. And also let me know that everything's working okay because, yeah, that's always good to see as well. Okay, let me have a look on Facebook. What's happening? Okay, that seems to be working. I can see myself. Save? Do I save? Do I wait? Gosh, this is confusing. Oh, I closed the event. That was clever. Complete post details. Gosh, this is confusing. Live now. 10,000 member celebration plus announcement. Hopefully that works. Save. I've never used Facebook's live streaming thing before. So if you are watching on Facebook, please comment and say if it's working properly, because I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure what's working, if I'm being honest. But yeah, let me know when it's connected. Go live, it says. Ooh, I think that worked. Did that work? Someone on Facebook, please let me know this is working. Apologies to everyone who is watching if I'm just rambling to myself. But please do let me know if you can see me okay. I'm not seeing myself in the Facebook group. Set up live video, it says. I've just set it up. You can tell this is going well. Oh, I can see myself at the top. Oh, there we go. I was just rambling to everyone. Okay, sorry everyone. Just as a bit of a heads up. I can't see the comments from Facebook in the live streaming studio properly, so which is not ideal. So if you're on Facebook, please do feel free to put things in the comments. That's always wonderful. Really appreciate it. I'm going to try and keep nipping back across to Facebook to check the comments as we go. But if you do want to kind of engage better in the chat as we go live, it's probably better to do that on YouTube because the comments show up properly. So yeah. Anyway, we are now properly live. It is now working, so that's fantastic. So thank you so much, everyone, for your patience while I set that up. And so excited to have you join us. As I was just saying, this is the 10,000 member celebration for the WeChat and Xiaohongshu for Online Teachers Facebook group, which is, I can't believe I'm saying it. I genuinely can't. Like 10,000 members. Wow. Huge thank you to everyone who has helped make this group such a big success and an amazing community for online teachers. Today, I'm going to be obviously celebrating. I'm going to be sharing a few thank yous, a few updates and things. And most importantly, I'm going to be giving a big announcement of something we're doing to celebrate this big milestone for the Facebook group. And I'm sure you guys are going to be really excited about this announcement too, because it's going to help you find even more students going forward, some useful marketing strategies. Yes, it's going to be another free bootcamp, which is going to really help you guys hopefully grow your teaching businesses going forward. And because this is the 10,000 member celebration, it is a completely, I mean, normally my boot camps have got lots in them anyway, but it's completely full of absolutely everything you're going to need to make this a success. So you're gonna love it, I'm sure. Okay, let's have a quick look at who is joining us here. Seeing Ivy. Hi there, Ivy from Super Teacher. I'm glad everything's working. Thank you. We have Nicole from Texas. Fantastic. Thank you for joining us. Katie, great to see you again, Katie. Thank you. Gosh, loads of comments. Might not get through them all. Hi there, Fatima. Great to see you as well. Fantastic. So many people tuning in. Oh, Katie's saying, I don't think Facebook works anymore. Yeah, so basically, just an update if anyone's confused what's going on with Facebook. On Facebook, they used to have the ability where you can connect third-party live streaming software to Facebook in order for people to live stream to multiple places. So normally when I do these kind of events, I'd be streaming it both to YouTube and the Facebook group. But I'm just sat in my one little live streaming studio, which is within a software called Wave Video, which can stream to multiple platforms, right? Which means I don't have to kind of screen share like 5 different things to go into like different places. But for some weird reason, and I'm not entirely sure why, Facebook has removed the ability to connect third-party streaming software to Facebook groups. I don't know why they've done it, but it's kind of annoying, which means that the only way to go live in Facebook, there's two ways. Either you go live using their built-in live streaming studio, which is, as far as I'm aware, video only, no screen sharing, and very basic, and doesn't allow multi-streaming to different platforms. Or they do have the ability to sort of manually connect third-party tools, but it's a bit complicated, and I'm not entirely sure if I got it working properly. So if you're on Facebook, thank you for your patience. I'm glad it's working if you can see this. If it didn't work, I apologize. I hope you're watching this on YouTube. So yeah, it does appear to be up on Facebook, which is good to see, but I can't see any comments there, which probably means it's not properly working. We don't know. Who knows? Anyway, so that's why, yeah, lots of people are just giving up entirely on Facebook live streaming. And I think, to be honest with the bootcamp, I'm just going to do it on YouTube. And I'll link from the Facebook group to the YouTube, like in the Facebook events. But I think it's going to have, yeah, I don't know why Facebook has removed this ability, because basically everyone is just not streaming at all on Facebook anymore because Facebook got rid of this like essential feature. Anyway, enough rambling about how much we are irritated at Facebook. If someone from Facebook is watching, please enable this feature again. It's very helpful. Thank you, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, 10,000 members. Oh my goodness, I still can't believe it. Angie, great to see you. Yeah, Juliet. Sorry, yeah, I recognize the name. I was like, I know this face. I was like, I've been talking to you recently. Yes, Juliet, great to see you. Thank you for watching. Fantastic. Okay, so we've got people tuning in. It's all working. Let's get properly started then. So yes, today 10,000 members. Oh my goodness. So in case you're wondering who I am, I'm not quite sure how you made it this far in the video without being part of the Facebook group or knowing what we're rambling on about. But my name is Katie. Most people know me as the director of Abridge Academy. I've been an online teacher since 2013. I'm a qualified classroom teacher from the UK, but I've also lived, studied and taught in China before, which is why our Facebook group is focused particularly on Chinese social media marketing. I have a micro MBA from Shanghai Jiao Tong University, so lots of good insights into marketing strategies and working with Chinese clients. And I also co-founded a Chinese online ESL startup in 2020. So yeah, you may know me from Abridge Academy, you may know me from the Facebook group, you might know me from YouTube, from the Abridge Academy curriculum, all these different places. But yeah, that is me. And it's really fantastic to have so many of you guys joining us today. I know we have some incredible members in our Facebook group as well. Yeah. Before we jump properly into the sort of celebration and big announcement, though, I do want to say a few big thank yous, which, nothing could be successful without having an incredible team of people and an incredible community of people helping things grow. So the first person I would like to thank, and let me just check this is showing properly on the screen. Yes, it is. Oh, my face is covering up things. I had a cute little thing. There we go. I'll put myself in the corner. Okay. First person I would like to thank is Gillian. I'm sure many of you will be familiar with Gillian if you're in any of the Facebook groups really for the online ESL teaching community. She was actually the person who inspired me to found the Facebook group in the first place. She gave me so many great, fantastic tips to get me started with the Facebook group. And she's, of course, many of you will be aware, one of the admins of the group, helping to continually moderate and make sure it's a wonderful place for all of you guys. She also runs lots of events and stuff like that. You'll see her quite often posting things in the group. And you guys may remember that, I think last time we did something was maybe last summer, or was it the summer before? I'm losing track of time. But we did a couple of boot camps together, giving training for all of you guys on social media marketing strategies. So Gillian was one of the people who really helped me found the group in the first place, inspired me to get it started, helped me grow the group and promote the group, and run some fantastic events for all of you guys as well. So yeah, big shout out to Gillian. Really appreciate all of your help growing this group. And if anyone in the chat would like to say thank you to Gillian and the other people I'm going to thank, please do pop something in the chat just so they can see that they're appreciated, because I think sometimes with Facebook groups, people aren't really aware of the amount of other work that goes into managing a Facebook group. So Gillian was fantastic. It helped me get things set up, sorting out all these sort of settings and things to make sure that everything was working fine right at the very beginning. But then also, what many of you might not know is that on an ongoing basis, you're always having to keep on top of managing a Facebook group. And she's always been there and really supportive with that. So yeah, Gillian, first person I would really like to thank. Second person I'd like to thank, and I see she's in the chat already. Hi there, Ivy. A big thank you to Ivy, who has more recently jumped on board as a fellow admin of the group. She has also run lots of events and things for group members. You may know her from Super Teacher, which is a sort of booking and payment platform for online teachers. And she's just like one of these incredible people who has genuinely become a fantastic friend through the whole online teaching community, shared some amazing tips and insights, and of course, been there to help me out a lot with all of the admin work in the group. As I said, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. Whenever people want to join the group, we had to manually kind of review their join request. And something I thought was really important is making sure we do keep all the scammers and things out of the group. Ivy has been fantastic at being an admin and helping sort of make sure that everything runs smoothly and it's a really safe place for everyone as well. So yeah, big shout out to Ivy for that, and just generally being an amazing teacher and friend. And the final kind of team of people really who I'd like to thank is all of you guys who have made this Facebook group such an amazing place to be. This community started less than 2 years ago. In fact, we launched the Facebook group, and since then it's grown to 10,000 members. Still can't believe that I'm saying that. And that is all thanks to you guys, not just because you're the numbers that make up that sort of milestone, but also because something I think is quite unique about our Facebook group, not completely unique, but something that's very special at least, is that I see every day people helping each other out, supporting each other, sharing ideas, insights, sharing useful resources, great suggestions, answering people's questions, which has just made it such a fantastic community. I know sometimes with Facebook groups, there can sometimes be a vibe that it's just the admin team who are always posting and answering questions and doing things. And of course, our amazing admin team are always there to support you all. But what I really love is that sometimes I wake up in the morning, I have a look at the Facebook group, and overnight there's been a few people posting questions and things in the group. And even better, I'll have a look and see underneath each of those posts, there'll be 5 or even 10 comments already with people sharing suggestions and ideas and insights, which is something that I think is really special, and I really appreciate in our group. So yeah, big thank you to everyone for making it such a fantastic place. So I'm sounding a bit soppy here, aren't I? But generally, really appreciate everything. We've got some comments as well. Thank you so much, everyone, joining us in the chat here. Angie saying, thank you, Gillian. Fantastic. Juliet as well. Thank you, Katie and Gillian. Really appreciate that. And Ivy, yes, Ivy is amazing. Absolutely. Ivy commenting. Thank you. Thank you, Ivy. Really appreciate you tuning in and just being an amazing person helping manage and run everything in the group and making it such a great place for teachers and sharing everything that you do. Okay, and I'm sure there's more comments on Facebook. By the way, just a heads up that if you're commenting on Facebook, the chat comments don't show properly on my live streaming software because of the weird thing Facebook's done recently with live streaming. So would recommend joining on YouTube if you can. It's a bit of a better experience in terms of being able to engage better in the comments. So thank you for that. Okay, enough of me being a bit of a sop saying thank you to everyone. Something I know you guys have really been looking forward to today is the big announcement of another free bootcamp to help you guys out, just really as a thank you for everything you guys have all done to make it such an amazing community to help everyone. And I know I announced a couple of weeks back that we were approaching this 10,000 member milestone, and I wanted to know what would best help you guys in terms of helping you find more students and be successful teaching independently online, because that after all is what this Facebook group is all about. And I did a little poll with some suggestions and ideas, and some of you guys gave some more suggestions in the comments, and it was all fantastic. Really appreciate those insights. And interestingly, there were a few suggestions that really stood out. Perhaps not surprisingly, the most popular one was to do another Xiaohongshu marketing bootcamp. Now, I have run the Xiaohongshu bootcamp maybe 3 or 4 times already before, and I was deliberating because it would be easy for me to do it again. I've got the slides, I've got everything prepared. Like, I know that bootcamp back to front now. But I thought for 10,000 members, I really want to do something special. And if you missed the bootcamp live, I have a self-paced version of that Xiaohongshu bootcamp. It's still free, totally free, on the Apech Academy website. So if you'd rather, if you're interested in doing a Xiaohongshu bootcamp, I have a version already available for free. So please do check that out if you would like to get started on Xiaohongshu specifically. I might actually pop it in the chat while I remember. Free bootcamp. Put that in the chat. Sorry, it's only going to appear on the chat, I think, on Facebook because, as I said, on YouTube because the Facebook connection thing is not working. But yeah, so the link's in the chat if you want to join the free Xiaohongshu bootcamp. As I said, that's self-paced. That's always been going. But I want to do something special for you guys. So I looked at number 2 on the list. Number 2 on the list was finding students. Oh, my face is covering it. Under here, finding students outside of China. Which is quite interesting given that our Facebook group is specifically focused on Chinese social media marketing. But I think that reflects some of the changes that there have been in the market in recent years. When the group was first set up, it was shortly after the Chinese market had gone through some very big changes because, as you may be aware, the Chinese government shut down most of the online ESL companies based in China, which opened this huge gap in the market for teachers to find private students independently by themselves from there. But I think things have shifted somewhat since then, and hence why there's a lot of interest now in sort of going properly global and finding students from anywhere in the world. So I wanted to offer something that's going to help you achieve that both within and outside of the Chinese market. And that is what I'm going to be talking a little bit more about today. This strategy as well, I think, is going to be quicker and easier for you guys. It's something that probably some teachers are already doing, but you're not necessarily doing effectively. So I want to help provide some training and support for you to find more students through a slightly different strategy than the typical social media marketing. So my kind of big question before I announce what we're actually working on, do you really think that social media is the best marketing strategy right now? I want you to think about your own experience finding students. How well is social media marketing working for you? Maybe I've phrased that question a little bit in a biased kind of way, but I'll be interested to hear really how people have done with finding students specifically through social media versus other strategies. And that's why today, as you may have guessed, we're going to be focused on something a little bit different, that's going to really help you, I think, in different ways. Just for my own kind of insights with social media, I think obviously I found students through social media marketing, and it's been very successful, not just for my independent teaching, but also Abridge Academy as a business. I've done a lot of advertising. Basically, all of Abridge Academy in particular has come through social media marketing of some form or other. Actually, I have to give a bit of a lie. If you look at some of the stats, we've actually had a lot now from Google and stuff because the website is ranking a lot better nowadays. But certainly when Abridge Academy started, it was all based on social media marketing. And with my independent teaching too, I had many students from social media. So it's definitely a very powerful strategy, but it does require a lot of work. You're having to constantly be on top of posting things, engaging in the comments with your followers, trying to build up a proper audience on social media before you can convert them into paying students. So I think it's something that does work, but it takes a lot of work and sometimes works longer term. Like it's a long-term strategy, and maybe if you're looking to scale. So yeah, I'd be interested to see what you guys think. Got some comments in the chat here. Katie saying self-paced Xiaohongshu and WeChat courses are fire. Awesome, thank you. Yes, really appreciate your feedback on that. So if anyone wants to check out these courses, I put the link earlier to the free Xiaohongshu bootcamp. Do check those out. And thank you so much, Katie, for that. Really fantastic feedback. I'm glad you found these helpful. You're saying referrals work best. You've read my mind. You've read my mind, Katie. Fantastic. Hold that thought. Judith saying, do you have a link for the WeChat course? The WeChat course is part of the Chinese social media marketing course. Chinese social media marketing course, like a big course I've put together that includes Xiaohongshu and WeChat training and a bunch of whole other stuff as well. You can find that actually on the Abridge Academy website if you go to Abridge Academy, it's under courses. So you're welcome to check that out if you're interested. I think it's also pinned in the Facebook group as well. Ivy saying, not sure. I think it depends on our business goal. Yes, absolutely. I think the best strategy for you does depend on your business goal, what stage you're at in your business, and whether you're looking to scale quickly, whether you're looking to scale slowly but organically. Lots of different strategies depending on who your target market is and what your goals are. Absolutely. Okay, I'm not going to hold you in suspense for too much longer though. So what I really want to talk to you about today is actually referral marketing, and that is what our bootcamp, our totally free bootcamp, I'm giving as a thank you to you guys for making our Facebook group grow to 10,000 members. We're going to focus on is referral marketing. And I know if you're thinking, Katie, I can't do referral marketing, I haven't got any students yet. Hold that thought. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about that in a moment. But trust me, this is something I think can really work for everyone. Now, I've got a question I want you guys to pop in the chat. How many times more likely do you think a referred student is to purchase compared to someone from social media? So if someone was referred to you through like a student connection and they recommended a friend, how much more likely are they to purchase? What do you think? Let me know in the chat. How many times more likely? And it is more likely, not less. There is, by the way, like a 20-second lag between me talking and then the live stream actually streaming. So if I pause for a long time, it's because we always have to wait a few seconds for the connection to go through. But yeah, how many times more likely is a referred student to purchase compared to someone from social media? Have a guess. I stumped everyone. I think I've stumped everyone. Difficult question. I'll have a quick pop across to Facebook to check things working there fine. Oh, good. The comments are appearing on Facebook. I can't pull up the comments on Facebook, by the way, but I can see people are commenting. So thank you, Alison. Thank you, Emma. Thank you, Ivy, for joining us on Facebook. We appreciate that. Yeah, by the way, if you're watching on Facebook, it's probably best to pop across to YouTube so you can engage in the comments and stuff live. Ooh, Ivy's saying 2 to 3 times more likely. Ooh, close, close, close. Juliet's saying 10 times. It's not quite 10 times, but a great guess. Absolutely. Katie's saying 5 times. Yes, Katie, you got it. Fantastic. I should do prizes or something, shouldn't we? The answer is indeed 5 times more likely. The stats are a little bit difficult to measure, so depending on where you look. People say between 3 and 5 times more likely to purchase if they've come through a referral compared to social media marketing. And we'll talk a bit more about why that is in a moment, but do have a think about why you might be more likely to purchase something that came from a recommendation as opposed to social media. Okay, next question for you all. What percentage of people trust referrals from a friend? What percentage of people trust a referral from a friend? That's like if one of your friends said to you, maybe you're looking for like a Spanish teacher for your own child, right? And you've asked your friend who their Spanish teacher is so they can recommend them, and they've given you a suggestion. How likely are people to sort of trust that recommendation? Keyword there being trust. Again, apologies for the lag between me talking and the streaming actually going through and then seeing the comments. See how everything's going. Oh, I see a few more people joining on Facebook. Hi there, Elizabeth. Great to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Just a heads up, if you're on Facebook, I can't see the comments properly in the live streaming software because of Facebook being weird. So if you want to join us on YouTube, that's probably the best experience. The link would have been in the email. Ooh, I was saying 100% of people trusting referrals from friends. Turns out not everyone trusts their friends, so it's not quite 100, but you're actually very close. Katie saying 90 to 100%. Yes, yes. You're on the right lines here. Fatima, very close. 100, not quite 100, as I said, but very close to 100. The answer is, in fact, 92%. 92% of people would trust a referral from their friend. And you know what? I just feel a bit sorry for the 8% who don't trust their friends, let's be honest. Because in reality, the vast majority of people trust a recommendation. Now, if you think about, say, looking at a testimonial on someone's website, how much do you trust that? Well, the thing is, do you really know that testimonial is genuine? Has the business sort of handpicked a few good testimonials to put on there, or they've bribed someone with some freebie or something to write a nice review? People don't necessarily trust those so much. But a referral from their friend who is physically standing in front of them saying, this teacher is amazing, that is something people do really trust. So yeah, 92% of people trust a referral from a friend. So why is referral marketing so powerful then? As we just said, people trust their friends' recommendations far more than they trust things you'd see on social media or on people's websites and so on. Another thing I think is really important to consider is that ideal students have ideal student friends. So what do I mean by that? I mean that, let's say you are targeting young learners, right? You're teaching, I don't know, early reading to young kids, sort of kindergarten age or something. So your target customer is like young mums. Young mums tend to know other young mums because they're within the same like circle of friends. They might know each other through kindergarten or activities and things they're taking their kids to. But generally, people tend to know people who are similar to them, right? So if you've got a contact who is in your target audience, they're going to know a lot more people who are also in your target audience. And it doesn't just apply to young mums either, right? Think about my niche, which is like international school students. International school parents tend to know other international school parents, right? The same goes for, I don't know, business professionals in particular industries. They're going to know other business professionals in the same industry because they all work together, right? So if you're trying to target a particular target market, once you've got that one connection, you can really grow quite rapidly through referral marketing. And the final point I put here as well is that there is no competition. No competition. Because let's go back to that sort of hypothetical situation. You've asked your friend for a recommendation of a Spanish teacher for your child because you know that their child also learns Spanish. They're not going to give you a list of 10 possible Spanish teachers. They're going to give you one teacher, which is the teacher that their child is having classes with, right? So they're going to give you one recommendation. And okay, you could go away and research other alternatives, have a look on italki or something and try and find other teachers. But given that people trust recommendations from their friends so much more, you basically have no competition because your friend isn't recommending other people. They're only recommending one specific teacher. So yeah, referral marketing is incredibly powerful, and I think teachers are really missing a trick when it comes to referral marketing. Sorry, my slides are on like a different bit of the screen. When we look at referred students, they are actually 5 times more likely to purchase compared to someone who's come through a different channel, as we just mentioned earlier. They're also more likely to make bigger purchases. So they tend to purchase the statistic. Again, I'm not entirely sure how reliable this particular statistic is because it's about online learning in general, but they tend to purchase 50% larger packages compared to someone who's come through social media. They also stick around for 16% longer. That means like retention. So say, for example, you're teaching and students pay like once per month for your classes. They're going to stick around for, 16% of a year? What's like two extra months compared to per year compared to your other clients. So that longer term retention is going to result in longer term revenue, longer term income. Not to mention the fact they also bought a larger package and they were more likely to purchase in the first place. And even better, an interesting statistic is that people who were recommended to you by a friend are 4 times more likely to recommend more friends compared to someone who didn't come through a referral. So that basically means once you start the referral thing going, it can really sort of exponentially grow longer term because they're going to recommend 4 more friends. Each of those 4 people are going to recommend 4 more friends. Next thing you know, you've got like hundreds of students, too many students to know what to do with, at which point think about scaling your business, So you can generally grow quite quickly through referral marketing. I actually didn't put this on the screen here, but another great benefit is the amount of effort involved. By effort, I mean, if you think about social media and you're having to post multiple times a week, right? You have to come up with interesting post content. You're going to film videos. You're going to put together like graphics and of top tips or suggestions for students' exams or something. You put together all of this free content you have to share out there on a weekly basis, multiple times a week. And that's a lot of work to be doing on social media, right? Whereas referral marketing, once you've set up your referral system, okay, you need to send a few reminders to people. You need to sort of keep track of referrals and things, but it's a lot easier, a lot less sort of effort required compared to social media marketing. I can also get you results a lot more quickly and bigger results too, as we can see from these numbers. So it really is a fantastic strategy. Oh, what's happening here with the comments? Oh, here we go. Stephanie's saying, hi, Katie, that's exactly what happened to me. Fantastic. That's great to hear, Katie. Stephanie. Reading my own name on the screen. Great to hear, Stephanie. My student base is mainly from referrals. Mums know other mums who know other mums, and so on. Exactly, just this. Absolutely perfect. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Perfect example there, in that a lot of people grew through referrals, and it can go so much more quickly than thinking about social media. Side is saying, sadness, my parents are on OutSchool. Now, OutSchool actually has a referral program, and I'm always a little bit wary. When it comes to teaching on a platform, they have their own rules, their own sort of setup and doing things, whereas my main focus is on the independent teaching side of things. But if you're teaching with a platform like OutSchool that has their own referral scheme, take advantage of their referral scheme, right? Encourage the parents who are taking classes, well, not the parents, the parents whose kids are taking classes with you on OutSchool to share the link to your class, because they get, I think it's $20, I want to say, per person they recommend. I think it's $20. You'll have to check. They have some referral scheme, OutSchool does. So you can just say to the parents of the kids who are in your classes, I have some more slots coming up, or I'm opening a new class this summer, or whatever. Let them know and encourage them to share their referral link to invite more friends to join in. And as long as those friends aren't already OutSchool parents, they can get, I think it's $20 towards their first class, and also the person referring gets $20, something like that. Check what it says on the OutSchool website, but they have a referral scheme set up, so use it. Juliet saying, is it better to offer the parents an incentive to refer? It definitely is. And I'm just recalling from the top of my head when I was researching these stats. I want to say it was like 50% more likely to refer if there's an incentive, but don't quote me on that stat. But yes, definitely it helps to give incentives to refer. And I'm going to talk more in the bootcamp, which I'm going to talk a bit more in a minute, about what makes an actually good incentive, because it's not necessarily free trial classes or free classes. There's other ways of doing incentives that are actually a bit more successful. And we can talk more about that in the bootcamp, don't worry. But yeah, it definitely helps. Okay, hopefully I've convinced you guys that referral marketing is definitely something we should be considering, right? And pop a thing in the chat if you think this is something you need to look into a bit more, because it's always great to hear what you guys think about this suggestion. And now I'm just anticipating a question we're going to have, which is, what if I don't have existing students to refer me? Let me know in the chat if you're brand new to independent teaching, you don't have any students yet. Because, I can see people leave the chat. Don't leave. I'm going to answer this, don't worry. Even if you have no existing students, you can still get your first student through referrals. And do you know why I say this? Because my very first student came through a referral. And my second student also came through a referral. And in fact, many of my first few students came through referrals, not through social media. I first started teaching independently in 2013. I was still a university student myself. Okay, you might be able to tell from my face, hopefully. But I'm not all that long out of university, to be honest. And when I was a student at university, I had no real qualifications. You know, I just graduated from sixth forms. I had my A levels, UK high school qualifications. No teaching qualifications at all. Very little teaching experience. I've done a bit of volunteering at school, nothing much, and no degree, no teaching certificate, nothing. So on paper, I was not exactly going to stand out advertising on social media or on some kind of marketplace platform, right? But my very first student came from a referral. It was actually from one of the teachers who I'd done some volunteering with previously. So it was a personal connection who referred a student to me. And then that student referred another student. And so actually my first couple of students came purely from referrals. And the amount of effort I put in to get those referrals was about 10 seconds of messaging a bit back and forth, mentioning that I was offering classes to a teacher. Like literally barely any work at all. And I got those two students purely through referrals. And once I started incentivizing referrals and really working on a proper referral marketing scheme, things can grow even more quickly. If you fast forward a bit more, by the way, so I started first independent teaching in 2013. At the time, I didn't even know that platforms and companies existed. Right? I was very new to the whole thing. I just thought the way to be tutoring is do it privately and independently. That's what everyone does, right? So those two students came through referrals. I taught independently for a couple of years. I then moved abroad and stuff happened. So I put the tutoring to the side for a short period of time. And then I started teaching with companies and with platforms because I saw them advertising. I thought, oh, I used to do that tutoring thing and that did quite well. And this seems an easy way of doing it. Taught with platforms for a few more years. And then, as many of you are aware, a lot of the platforms got shut down with the new Chinese regulations. I was also due to move abroad again. And like some of the other companies I taught with, like Outschool was mentioned earlier, don't allow you to teach from outside of specific countries, all kinds of things. So I was switching back to independent teaching. Guess where my first new independent student came from? It wasn't social media, and it wasn't from my previous company. It was also from a referral. So both times where I sort of launched my new independent teaching sort of initiative, both of those times, my new students, my first few students came from referrals. And this is something I think, teachers don't realize. You don't need to have a huge base of existing students to get referrals. In fact, you don't need any at all. Because the comments in the chat, Fatima is saying, that's me, brand new. Fantastic, great to have you join us. And I really hope this bootcamp is going to help you, get things started, get those first few students. Definitely going to help. Great to have you join us. I was saying I want to grow my independent business. Absolutely, referrals is definitely a great way to grow. 2 independent students so far. Perfect. 2 independent students, that's 2 people who could be recommending you, not to mention all your other connections and things as well. So this is a great starting point. And everyone started with just 1 or 2 students and then have grown from there, right? Okay, I'm rambling. But yeah, hopefully that's convinced you guys referral marketing is the way to go. And if it has, I just want to share this little, my face is kind of in the way. Where can I put my face? Over here, maybe. There we go. Hopefully this has convinced you that referral marketing is the solution for you, or one of many strategies at least that you should be using as an independent teacher to find more students. And if so, I would like to invite you to join our free referral marketing bootcamp. As I mentioned earlier, this is in celebration of us reaching that 10,000 members of our Facebook group. As a big thank you to all of you, I want to do this bootcamp totally free and to help you find more students going into the summer. I know summer can be a bit difficult sometimes with tutoring and online teaching, so this is the perfect time to really work on this kind of strategy. In our bootcamp, we're going to be covering why referral marketing is the best option for you, whether you have hundreds of students or none at all. I've kind of already mentioned some of this already, but we'll review that in a bit more depth. We'll also talk a bit more about what makes a good referral bonus. I think it was Julia earlier who was asking about referral incentives. And we'll talk a bit more about what actually makes a good referral incentive, because it's not free classes. Little secret there. There's other ways of doing things that are actually a lot more successful. We're also going to cover how to encourage and empower students to refer you friends. So if you're sitting there thinking, I've already got students, I've tried to encourage them to invite friends to come along to free classes and share my poster or something, and none of them referred anyone, doesn't work. Don't worry, I'm going to help you with that, because I think there's a lot of things that teachers are doing, some that do work, but some that don't. And we'll talk a bit more about how to actually encourage and empower your students to recommend friends to you to actually bring in those new clients. And of course, we're going to be covering lots of top tips and secrets to success to make these things work. Referral marketing is something I think most people have tried at some point. They've mentioned to their students, oh, I have some spare time in my schedule. Do you have any friends? Most people have tried it at some point, but I think these top tips and these secrets to success will really help you make it work for you. Okay, I'm rambling a lot here. If this sounds like something of interest to you, please do have a look at the description of the video. And let me just also put it in the chat. Referral marketing bootcamp link. So I'm multitasking, trying to find the link and pop it in the chat for you all. So if you'd like to sign up, I've just popped the link in the chat. It's also under or above the video, depending where you're watching. It's totally free. Someone just put in the chat. Sean was saying, is it free or only with paid memberships? Totally free, don't worry. Free for everyone to join. Yep, that's the word, free, up here, over here. Sorry, my video is reversed. I'm looking the wrong way. That's free to join. Everyone is welcome to join us. Not a particularly great recommendation for referrals, but if you'd like to refer other people, feel free to share the link. Always welcome anyone to join this bootcamp. Maybe I should have set up a proper referral program for this as well, just to make a point. But yeah, the link is in the chat. I'm also going to pop it on the screen. Where's my captions gone? Free referral marketing bootcamp. I was really excited. I figured out to get these QR codes to work as well. Oh, I didn't want to have to read the QR code. QR code, make it bigger. Oh, I can't. Anyway, if you're a QR code kind of person, scan the code. It's a little mini in the corner. I don't know how to make it bigger. But anyway, that was quite exciting. So yes, link is in the chat or on the screen right now for you to join the free, not Shell Bootcamp, the free referral marketing bootcamp. So please do register, totally free. I would love to have you join us. Okay. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention the dates. I should have said it's very small print just under here. The dates, it's the 3rd to the 7th of June at 5 p.m. UK time, which apparently is lunchtime, 12 noon at EST. If you can't make it, don't worry. There will be replays available. So if you can't make it live, it's obviously best to join in live because you can ask questions and share ideas and things like that. But if you can't join live, it's no problem at all. You can watch the replays. There will be replays available. So yeah, don't worry, Juliet, there'll be a replay if you can't join. Katie's saying, I think I already signed up. You might have done already. Yes, I already shared the link in advance in the Facebook group just to make sure that when people register, it sends them to the events page in the Facebook group and stuff like that. I wanted to make sure everything was set up. So you might have already seen the link, in which case you probably already signed up. But yeah, you would have got an email. So if you registered some point in the last couple of days, I put it up. You would have got an email inviting you to join the bootcamp. So if you got the email, then you're on the list. It was a very short text email, nothing fancy, just a quick one confirming that you had enrolled. But if you're not sure, you can just register again. It doesn't send you loads and loads of emails. So if you just register again, if you're not sure, it will make sure you're definitely signed up to the email notifications. So thanks, thank you. I'm glad that helped. Fantastic. Okay, well, let me know in the chat if you're excited for this bootcamp. I'm excited. Also, if you've got any questions at all, do feel free to ask. I know today was just kind of a quick introduction to this referral marketing kind of concept, but hopefully got you guys a bit excited, and I'm really looking forward to it. I feel like it's been a long time since I've done a bootcamp. The last one was, I think last summer I did the Xiaohongshu bootcamp last, and then I made it self-paced version. I was like, I'm not going to run the Xiaohongshu bootcamp again. And I was deliberating a lot. What should I do next? Did we do the WeChat one before or after? I think we did the WeChat one before then. So yeah, I think the last bootcamp I did was last summer in terms of live bootcamps. And I wanted to make them more of a regular thing, but it's very difficult when you run a business to find the time to do as many things as I would like to do. So yeah, I'm very excited to be running a bootcamp again, for it to be something new. And yeah, I love these kind of things. I love chatting to people, as you can probably tell from my ramble. So yeah. I'm just going to pop across to Facebook because if you're on Facebook, by the way, I couldn't see the comments from the live streaming software, so I'm just going to pop across and check there's not any more questions across there. I think we're all good. Fantastic. Yeah, it looks like most people are joining us on YouTube, which is great because it is a bit more reliable at the moment. Ivy saying, super excited. Thank you in advance. Thank you, Ivy. So excited for it as well. So I'm glad you're looking forward to it. Great. Cool. Well, I'm going to wrap things up here because I've made the big announcements. As I said, the link is in the description above or below the video. It's also somewhere in the chat. You can scan the QR code on the screen over here. Lots of different ways to join. And the link will no doubt be emailed and shared in the Facebook group and stuff as well. But I'd love to see you guys in the free referral marketing bootcamp. It starts in just over a week. The sessions, by the way, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, in just over a week. So looking forward to seeing you guys there. I'm going to wrap things up now because I'm rambling. Thank you so much. And thank you again for making the Facebook group such an amazing community. 10,000 people, I can't believe it. So yeah, thank you. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And see you guys in the bootcamp. So thank you.